Sentinel ships! They're trying to destroy us!
We'll have to outrun them!
Hurry, they're right behind us! More coming from the other side!
There's only one way to go!
Are you crazy? That's his heart! We will be smashed into a million bits!
Not if I time it just right!
This ship won't hold up to that kind of pressure.
Do you see another choice? Everyone hold on tight! We're going in!
We're never gonna make it!
Environmental limits exceeded. Environmental limits exceeded.
Would somebody quiet that noisy kettle pot? I'm trying to concentrate here.
Doctor, the wall is closing.
That's the heart valve. We'll have to time our thrust just right or we'll smash into it.
Environmental limits exceeded. Environmental
That should take care of the speaker.
The valve!
Hold on to something!
I can't believe it. We're actually inside Keel's heart.
We're not through this yet.
Fire!
Pull that lever.
Which one?
That one. It activates the fire suppression system.
I need more thrust. We have to make it to the other side and out of the heart.
You're at the maximum.
The ship is coming apart!
You're going too fast.
We're not gonna make it!
Slow down or we're going to hit that valve.
Hush, I'm timing. See? No trouble at all.
No trouble at all. I can't believe we made it.
We made it, but we have only slowed them down. We have to keep moving.
Huh? Where?
Now, Mr. Keel, you are not ready to get up so fast. Your system just took quite a shock. Will take some time to recover.
I feel fine. A little rest was all I needed.
You were out for a couple of hours.
That long? No wonder I feel so refreshed.
Are you trying to tell me that after a spinal injury, you're right as rain after a couple of hours of sleep?
I no longer require nearly the amount of sleep as a normal person. By now, the damage to my spine has been repaired.
I still think you should take it easy. It's my medical opinion that...
Your medical opinion? Have you yet to grasp what is going on inside me? With my fleet of mini-subs, I am virtually invincible. I am no longer cut from fate's spinning wheel. I control my own fate.
Life isn't meant to go on forever. We die. That's just part of existence.
How long have doctors just like yourself been extending human lifespans? New drugs, a shot here, a pill there. Is that natural? How dare you protest?
We may extend someone's life, but within limits. We don't try to live forever.
Who sets those limits? Who makes that decision? If not forever, how long are you trying to extend lives for? Are you not a doctor because you wanted to take a man who is going to die and make him live? How is that any different from my accomplishments? Professionally, you have had to be with people when it was their time. What do they almost always wish for?
When Grandma was at her end, all she could beg for was a little more time. We tried to get the whole family back together, but she knew her time was running out. I would have done anything to give her one more day.
That is all I am trying to accomplish. Now, I have things to do. Good day.
Well, good day to you too, Mr. Keel. Oh, that man drives me crazy. Oh, please help me stop fighting him so maybe I can convince him to let me go free. If only he didn't make me so confused.
What's the plan, Doctor? Where do we go from here?
Why, to the rebellion, of course.
To the rebellion? Impossible.
I specialize in the impossible. However, this is nowhere near that standard. Mr. Desuetude never got around to wiping the source signal from his communication before he departed from us. I've just restored the data and extracted the location. We should be almost there.
You want to take us to the same fools that got us in our current predicament.
Look!
Clever. Creating a base by linking individual ships. All the advantage of a command center, but easily disassembled and moved to a new hiding space. Very smart for a bunch of fools, wouldn't you say?
I can't believe you found them.
What does this blinking light mean?
Incoming message.
Scissors, please respond. We have your shuttle on scope.
Sorry, but Scissors is unavailable. Things haven't quite gone as planned. We have managed to disable our sentinel and are now seeking aid and sanctuary.
What do you think they're going to do to us?
Or to us.
Will you two stop worrying?
Prepare for docking.
Preparing docking controls now.
Into the dragon's den.
Cheer up. Fear of the unknown is a wasted emotion.
Hello. I'm Moira, but I am not his assistant.
Yes, I'm the doctor, and this is the good Dr. Chapman. We're sorry to barge in uninvited, but frankly, I don't think we really had anywhere else we could go.
How did you find us, and what do you want?
Well, it's quite simple, really. Dr. Desuetude never...
Desuetude? Where is he?
Dead, I'm afraid.
Be silent! Stethoscope, get back to the bridge and run sweeps. I want to know if there are any other ships coming this way. X-ray, centrifuge, search their ship. Stretcher, Medigil, take these 3 to my quarters and keep them there. I'll question them as soon as I can. Everybody else, get to your posts. Consider this code red. I want to be ready to separate and scatter if anything comes up.
Still think this is a good idea, Doctor?
If nothing else, I quite enjoy their names. Such imagination.
X-ray, what's the report on their shuttle?
It's nearly doubled our water rations. We could stretch their food from the food dispenser for a month, maybe 2 months, but that is cutting it really thin.
That's great. Maybe we won't have to risk another raid so soon.
Our shuttle itself is of a newer design than anything we have, and has been recently in for an upgrade. But my recommendation would be to move all higher functions into that ship and make it the priority shuttle.
How long would it take to get ready?
We would have to tear out all the safeguard systems. That's a lot of wiring. And install a whole new operating system for the main computer to make sure that they could not remote activate. 48 hours. Assuming I have centrifuge, transfusion, thermometer, and we work almost non-stop.
Take stretcher and sponge too and do it in 40. I want to be ready to move again. Stethoscope, what have you been able to confirm about our guests?
I've been monitoring the network all day, and their story seems to check out. Central Command lost contact with the shuttle at time index 56832, just like we planned. Scissors checked in with us at the spine. He used the surgical laser on Keel's spine and sent our list of demands to the Overseer. Shortly after that, the Overseer managed to break through our signal block and reactivate the Sentinel. It only lasted a minute before they lost signal from the Sentinel again. Sentinel subs were dispatched, but they lost track of the shuttle after it entered the heart.
It went through the heart?
This doctor manages to disable a sentinel, safely navigate the heart, and find our hidden base.
The source code was still in the shuttle's computer.
Still, either this person is truly a genius or he was planted. We should be careful until we know which.
He claims all he wants to do is continue his research on finding a cure for this Moira girl.
Have you verified that?
Yes, Otoscope checked her out. Not only does she have the plague, she's entering an advanced stage. She doesn't have much time left.
Any danger to us?
Not if we take the right precautions. We're keeping a sample of it for further study.
Well, I don't see any harm in letting the doctor continue his research. It'll give us some more time to keep an eye on him until we know more. Besides, the one thing we don't have in short supply is medical supplies. Make sure he doesn't have access to our database, though. Oh, and I want a man with him at all times. Get Bedpan to do it. You said this Moira doesn't have much time left.
That's what Otoscope said.
Maybe this is a blessing in disguise.
What do you mean?
The attack on the spine failed. Threatening them doesn't work. They hold all the cards and their dogs are on us before we can do anything. We have to take away their cards. I think it's time we try the shuttle we've been modifying. Maybe I can convince Moira to help us.
After we get Chapman's shuttle done, I'll get right on it.
Then let's get going. Can I help you, Dr. Chapman?
No, not really.
Can't sleep.
No, I always get up now. Then I come to the bridge.
You mean for roll call? We don't do roll call here.
No, of course not. It's just... I couldn't sleep. What do you want me to do?
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Can I go back to bed?
You don't need to ask.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
CompuScreen. Display photo album and Keel. Halt display. Anne, how long has it been? This house is so empty without you. Will you forgive me, Anne? I can't face eternity alone. It's been so many years.
Sir?
What is it?
Just bringing you the updated files from the control room.
Leave them on the desk.
You don't mind me asking, why are you looking at pictures of Dr. Donovan?
These aren't pictures of Rebecca.
They're not? The resemblance is uncanny. Good day, sir.
Screen off. Call James. James, get me together some flowers. I'm going to the cemetery. When I get back, I would like to meet Rebecca outside the greenhouse.
Very good, Mr. Keel.
How do you work in this mess?
I shall call the cleaning lady later.
And how long are you going to be at this? I don't know the last time you slept.
As long as it takes. Now, if you wouldn't mind, please stop pacing and settle down. You're full of questions this morning.
I don't know how you can relax. Do you have any idea what the Overseer will do to us once he finds us? If we're lucky, he'll only kill us.
The life of slavery is no life at all.
It's the only life I know. I've spent most of my life in here. You only just arrived, so I'm going to make this simple. The rebellion equals death. That's it. There's no way out, so there is nothing worth fighting for.
What about the dream of escape, the hope of freedom?
That's a fool's dream, and it will lead to a fool's death. There is nothing for us to do but what we're told. There is nowhere to go. We're microscopic. What are we supposed to do? The sooner this all sinks in, the smoother things will be for you. If we can get away from here, maybe we can explain ourselves to the Overseer. Maybe he'll be lenient.
Chapman, have you ever heard of a planet called Earth?
I can't say that I have.
You should look into it sometime. They have a fascinating past and future.
What does that have to do with any of this?
At one point, they had something called the Underground Railroad.
And what's a railroad?
It's not important, because the Underground Railroad wasn't really a railroad at all. It was a secret network of routes and people spreading across the Earth country of the United States of America.
A railroad that wasn't a railroad? What was it supposed to do?
At the time in American history, the nation was divided between those who believed in slavery and those who believed in freedom for all. Those who believed in freedom would help smuggle escaped slaves from safe house to safe house, and eventually to a place where they could finally be free.
What would happen if they were caught?
Whatever the slave owner wanted. Slaves had no rights, so they could be beaten, branded, or thrown in stocks. Some owners would permanently cripple the slave's feet, so he could never run again. Sometimes they were even put to death. And anyone caught helping a slave could be fined and face jail time, assuming an angry mob didn't drive them from town, or worse, first.
Then why do it, if it was so dangerous?
That's my point. They didn't have to do it. Slaves chose to do it, dangerous though it was. They left behind family for a chance at freedom. They traveled hundreds of miles on foot, just so they could travel 1 mile as a free man. They were chased by dogs and slave hunters while trying to avoid patrols and bounty hunters. They hid themselves in unfamiliar wilderness full of all kinds of wild animals. They shipped themselves in boxes. They hid themselves on boats. Conductors would hide them in their own homes, in crawl spaces, under floorboards, in hidden rooms, or anywhere else they thought the slave hunters wouldn't look. They did it because they would rather be dead than live as a slave. They did it because it had to be done. This was enough to goad people into action. People long forgotten. But you will not take action. You will not fight to correct injustice. And you are wasting my time. I'm going to cure Moira, and I will find a way out of this mess with or without your help. So either give me a hand or get out of the way, because I have better things to do with my time. Computer, display lost results.
Now where are we?
The greenhouse. I am going to show you a sight which few people have seen beyond holovids and schoolbooks. Like Alice, I invite you to my wonderland.
It's like another world. The colors. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yes, it's an exact replica of Frima 9, a small moon in the Castora sector. It was rated as 174 out of the 200 most exotic spots in the universe, though I always felt it was quite underrated. I should say it is a match for how Frima 9 was. I'm afraid it became quite the tourist attraction, and its delicate ecosystem proved incapable of enduring millions of off-worlders' regular visits.
This is incredible.
Took me years to get it just right. The lighting, the atmosphere, the soil, the just right amount of certain trace minerals. It's one of the most delicate ecosystems in the universe. It took adjustment after adjustment to get the smallest shrub to grow. And once that was right, the moss began to wilt. When we fixed both of them, the trees began to thin. But now, it is perfect.
Work like this would take a lifetime.
More like 2, but this is just for atmosphere. Come, the real treat is this way. They tend to gather around here this time of day. Yes, here they are.
What? I don't see anything.
Up. Look up.
Oh!
They float like angels in the wind. Watch how their long tentacles twirl as they glide and spin in majestic movement.
Oh, what are they?
Cnidarius aviar, or angel clouds, if you prefer the common name.
They're so beautiful. The light changes color as it passes through their bodies.
They're a form of flying jellyfish that used to inhabit Frima 9.
Used to?
When the ecosystem began to crumble, they quickly died off. Several zoos tried to save them, but few could maintain the environment, and most died in captivity. Only a handful have survived in the entire universe, as none of the zoos were able to get them to produce offspring. They have come very close to extinction.
Oh, that's horrible.
I know, but where others fail, I have succeeded. Not only have I managed to get these graceful creatures to survive, but to thrive and multiply. There are now hundreds of them right here in this complex.
As your own personal zoo, with all your wealth, you still have to hoard one of the rarest creatures in the universe for your personal enjoyment.
I am afraid you misunderstand me. Great strides have been taken to restore Frima 9, most of it at my own expense. I have been able to raise enough angel clouds to repopulate the moon with them.
But why? Why all this trouble for this one species in the entire universe?
They once meant a great deal to someone very close to me. If you'll excuse me, Dr. Donovan, but I have a pressing appointment. Perhaps you'd be interested in visiting some of my laboratories in the meantime. You may find them to be most illuminating. You will then join me for tea later? Until then, Doctor.
Oh, excuse me. I wasn't expecting anyone here.
The observation deck? I guess it's true we don't give ourselves enough time to relax.
Do you spend much time here, Miss, Stethoscope?
Scalpel would skin me for letting you know, but it's Carla. Carla Jensen.
Then hello, Miss Jensen.
Yes.
Excuse me?
You asked if I spend much time here. Yes. I love this window. It makes me sad that we'll be moving base soon.
I can understand why this location was picked. The subcutaneous fat just under the skin. So close to freedom.
Yet so far. Sometimes we rise up to the epidermis, and I sit at this window as the light comes through Keel's skin. I feel it on my face, and imagine the day I will feel that light directly again.
Can you imagine what Keel would think if he knew all it would take was a deep cut to pluck out the rebels?
Maybe he would stab himself to death. Did you need anything?
Actually, I was looking for Dr. Chapman.
I haven't seen him. They should be able to sweep for him from the bridge. I should be going there anyway.
Then let's be on our way.
Stethoscope, you're late for your duty shift.
I'm very sorry. Won't happen again, sir.
See that it doesn't. Your scan perimeters are in the daily log.
Here's a computer dump from the shuttle you wanted. Everything is going ahead of schedule.
Excellent.
Have you seen Dr. Chapman? I sent him to get the results from my last batch of tests, and he's been gone for over an hour. I really need those results. I think I am on to something.
No, I haven't seen him. X-ray, see if you can locate Chapman.
Sir, did you approve anyone to break formation?
No. Why?
One of the single-person pods has just broken free, and is on a course out of the quadrant.
Chapman! Try to raise him on the radio.
No response.
Prepare the laser.
You can't!
Watch me.
He's a living being. He's just afraid. That's no reason to kill him.
The information that he has makes him dangerous. There could be a sentinel here any minute. Fire at will.
No, this is not the way!
Fire!
He's just moved out of range, sir.
Everyone prepare for separation. Return the doctor to his quarters.
You know I'm right. If you start deciding who lives and who dies, you will be no better than Keel himself.
Can I help you? This laboratory is restricted. Dr. Donovan, what can I do for you?
I'm not certain. I don't know why I came here.
Mr. Keel's not here, if that's who you're looking for. He just started being reseeded and won't be available for a while.
Is this an Aubrey de Grey chemoteles?
Don't touch that!
I wasn't going to touch anything. I was just looking.
I'm sorry. It just has very delicate controls.
I saw pictures of one of these while I was at university. I thought they were a medical dead end. No one ever got them to work right.
Well, they worked all right. They just weren't considered medically viable.
It was theorized that using the de Grey method you could make someone immune to cancer, but in practice it took too long. The patient would die of old age long before you could remove, modify, and reinsert enough cells to affect immunity. Made the whole process useless.
Useless except for those who intend to live forever.
I get what you're doing here. You have to occasionally reseed Keel with umbilical stem cells because when you remove the telomerase from the genetically modified cells in order to prevent cancer, they lose the ability to divide normally.
Exactly.
Doesn't sound very practical then. You're simply substituting one problem for another.
Oh, we have that one almost beat as well.
What?
Give us another year or 3 and we won't even need to reseed anymore. The body will be able to generate its own stem cells.
I can't believe the stuff you people do here.
It's quite a fascinating place. We are ahead of every major medical technology on the market, including the only viable work on stable miniaturization and nanotechnology. As you can see here on the main screen, between this control center, the command center in Keel, the microsubs, and the nanobots, we can regulate any bodily function, heal any injury, perform any function the body can no longer handle, replace tissues, organs, even individual cells.
This is amazing. I can't imagine the resources it took to get all this in place. I struggle to find time to get to all my patients.
Mr. Keel has had several lifetimes and almost unlimited funds to make this project work. Imagine what you could do with all the time in the world.
All the time in the world.
Over here is where the pods are developed and built for work inside Mr. Keel. There are a variety of different types of pods for all kinds of different work in his body.
Imagine all the good we could do with all this technology, the disabilities that could be solved, the people we could heal, the viruses that could be wiped out. There is so much potential here. Why do you stay? You could be doing so much to benefit mankind.
Look, I hope one day my work will help mankind. But as far as the here and now, I have a family. A family I love and I don't want to see anything happen to. I would love it if somebody was involved that could get Keel to let this technology out. But I can only hope and dream until that day.
Moira, please sit down. You look pale.
I am feeling weak.
I understand you've been very sick.
Yes. Your point being?
I need to talk to you about how you can help everybody.
Me?
Moira, we need to face some hard truths. I'm not saying this to hurt you. I wish this wasn't the case, but your doctor friend, he's not going to find a cure for you. Not soon enough to do any good.
Yes, he will. He just needs more time.
Be honest. How much time is left? It's obvious how ill you are.
If you had seen the things that I've seen the doctor do, you would have more confidence in him.
That may be. I'm not arguing that he couldn't find a cure. I'm saying that he would not find a cure in time to help you. Our best scientists, spending years working on this, have not been able to find a solution.
It's true that I've never seen the doctor struggle so much for a solution. But he is a bit of a miracle worker.
Moira, the rebellion has a plan that could lead to the freedom of all imprisoned in Keel. It is not a plan we take lightly. It has been discussed and debated for some time. So far we have met with little success in our fight. The small amount of damage we can do before we have to run away is easily repaired, and we can't hide forever. We will be found.
What do you think I can do?
We have a shuttle prepared. It has been pre-programmed with a course to the brainstem, but someone needs to manually follow the computer's prompts, or the Sentinels could simply override the automated controls. Once there, the shuttle has been rewired so the pilot can overload the ship. The resulting explosion would be strong enough to kill Mr. Keel. At the very least, he would be brain dead. Once Keel is dead, there would no longer be any reason to keep us prisoner.
That's horrible.
What choice do we have left? This is now a matter of survival, kill or be killed. Keel has left us no alternative. Think about all the doctors dying inside of Keel. Think about all the patients at the hospital perishing because they can't get the care they need. I know what I'm asking. I'm asking you to kill one man, and that is not to be done lightly. But what about the thousands you are saving?
I don't think the doctor would.
The doctor obviously cares a lot about you. Do you think he'd give up, even if it was totally hopeless?
I don't know.
I'm going to the shuttle release shortly. The choice is yours, but you don't have much time. We're going to send out the shuttle with or without you. Maybe this sounds cold, but your death is already predetermined. There's nothing we can do to stop it. But you can use your last moments making a difference. While any one of us would gladly take your place, and one of us will if you decide not to go, your sacrifice would save someone who still has a long life ahead of him.
Ah, do sit down, Rebecca. Thank you for joining me. I took the liberty of having some tea ready for you.
No, thank you, Mr. Keel. I toured the laboratories as you requested, and now I'm here.
No tea, then? You don't know what you're missing. Very well. I had a matter I wish to discuss with you before dinner commences.
I hope it's about my release.
In a way. So what do you think of my facilities? My employees?
Employees? Is that what you call them? Don't you mean your collection of slaves?
It took the backs of thousands of slaves to build the great pyramids of Earth. In the end, I will be remembered for my accomplishments, not my shortcomings. When all the naysayers are dead and long forgotten, I will live on as my own accomplishment.
A kingdom with roots of evil will never accomplish anything more than evil.
You can keep your morality to yourself. I am after something much more important.
What's more important than your soul?
So much resolve, but so much to learn. I have a present for you.
What is this?
You will have to open it up to find out.
I don't understand. What are you giving me a syringe for?
A new beginning. That syringe is the key to the new realm of medicine I have developed. It has a brand new microbase, fully stocked and staffed. It's updated with all the latest equipment. Age will cease to eat away at you.
You want me to live forever? To do what? At what cost? To become as corrupt as you are?
I am offering you the greatest gift anyone can give, immortality. One simple injection, and you are no longer bound by the constraints of time. One injection, and the world is yours. Think of all the places you could see, the people you could meet.
Not interested.
The people you could help.
What?
All the advances you could make in medicine for all the races across the cosmos. What accomplishments could you achieve? Diseases you could cure, if time and age were no longer your enemy.
But
think about it. If you join me in timelessness, I will show you wonders beyond what your imagination can provide. Dinner should be ready shortly. Just let me know when you have made your decision.
Shuttles rewired. Shall I begin preparing for launch?
Immediately. Today marks a new day for the rebellion. For years we've been the hunted. We've been tracked, discovered, and murdered. But no matter how many ships they sent after us, we survived. No matter how many of us they cut down, we survived. Today, however, is not for us. Today is not for all who we can free with our actions. Today is for all of us who have given their lives for the pursuit of freedom. We remember them. Moira, have you come to a decision? Who's going to step into that ship?
I know I don't have much longer. If my death can help free all these people, maybe this is the way things should be.
I hope you understand how much your sacrifice means to us all.
I only regret that the doctor will never understand. He's so used to having all the answers and being able to right all the wrongs. Please, give him this for me. Ask him to read the last entry.
Of course. The shuttle is all ready for you. Stethoscope will go over what you have to do. I will monitor your launch from that booth over there.
All right.
Good luck. Punch up responses on the main view. Good. Good. That batch is fine. Let's see system resources. Check. Run the rest of the program and patch me into the intercom. Moira, how are you doing?
I don't know which is going to make me puke first. My nerves or my illness.
Just hang in there the best you can. I believe in you. Do you understand what you have to do?
Yes.
Then we're ready for launch.
Could I do this? I've always wanted to. Consider it a last request?
Go right ahead.
3, 2, 1. Blast off!
Launch shuttle.
The shuttle is clear and on course.
Excellent work, everybody. Back to your posts.
What is going on here?
Moira just went on a mission for us.
A mission? What kind of mission?
She has agreed to make the tactical strike needed for us to achieve our freedom.
What are you talking about? What fool thing did you send her to do?
Settle down. She wanted you to have this. I assume it'll answer all your questions.
Her journal.
She told me to tell you to read the last entry.
Dear Doctor, I am leaving you my journal. In many ways it embodies myself. It is filled with my accomplishments, my mistakes, and to what I aspired. I'm very sad about not having said goodbye.
Yet I know had I tried, you would not have let me go. I don't think I could resist your pleas, so it's simply better this way. I have grown quite weak, and I know my time is short. I'm sure you're close to a cure. Maybe you could complete it in time, maybe not. But I no longer think that's what's important. Freeing these people is important. You have filled my life with awe and wonder. You have taught me the value of freedom and sacrifice. You are a hero who has no qualms about giving your lives for others. Now it's my turn. I walk my path bravely. Please understand, and know I will miss you. Goodbye.
We have located the pod.
I want that ship destroyed at once.
Guys, I have ships closing in on my scanner screen.
I seek to rescue Moira. You seek freedom from Keel. The solution to both problems is the same. We take over the command center.
Sentinels, take them out!
No, there's too many of them. You have no chance!
All Sentinels immediately recall to Command Center. All Sentinels immediately recall to Command Center.
Do a rado treatment.
That will kill everyone inside you.